Hello beautiful unicorns and welcome back to my channel and this throwback Thursday with this look right here that I did with the Metal Matte by Kat Von D. It is this very big palette that was the holiday palette from Kat Von D from last year, and in the holiday craze that is right now, let's just pick up an old holiday palette. Let's just pick something up that we got another year and use it, because let's be honest, holiday looks never go out of style. It's always the same kind of looks that we do every holiday. Something dramatic, something glitz and glam, and this would be totally appropriate for like New Year's Eve if you want to get some inspiration for that. So if you got this palette last year and you didn't really know what to do with the cooler side, I'm giving you an option on how you can use a lot of the cooler shades to do this look. And remember that you actually voted for this palette so that I use this palette today. I always have a poll up here in this series where you can vote for what palette you want me to use next time, because this is an ongoing series on my channel where I pick up old palettes that was either very hyped up or that was limited edition, and I use them again and I create a new look, something that's either new that I haven't seen other people do before, or I recreate a look I had before, or I try something new for me just so we can use the palettes again, because even if you can't get a hold of this palette, you can get similar colors out there. I'm sure of it. It's just some blues and some sea foams, and those colors are still available. And if you have this palette, you're probably like me, you want to use the palettes that you own and love. So that's what we're doing on this series. All the details are as always in the description box down below. I always write all the details there, even though some of the things that I only mention briefly or that I'm wearing and not mentioning in the video. So don't forget to check out there first before you ask me in the comments, because it does make things a whole lot smoother. Sometimes I see people asking for things that I already mentioned, and I'm just trying to make this easier for all of us. Don't forget to take the poll up here and to subscribe to my channel, the button's down here, and let's get into this look. Okay, so this is the palette we're going to use today, because this is the palette you voted for. And when I opened this palette, I mean, first of all, this palette is so huge. I think this is me speculating. I am speculating that you know your way around this area of this palette. If you own this palette, you probably got this part figured out. I think that the part that people might need some inspiration with is this part. Am I right? So I thought we'll just cut the palette here and I'll use this half of the palette and do something fun, because I feel like maybe that's the part that you need some inspiration with. Because I'm sure that pretty much all of you know what to do with the golds, the reds, the purples, the warm neutrally browns. I mean, you know what to do with those. So I'm gonna start out with this one that's called Silk, and then I'm gonna go into Ribbon. I'm gonna start out with those two in the crease, and then we'll take it from there. See, now we have a pretty good foundation in the crease for a nice cool toned look, and so far I've only used these two purples. Now I'm gonna go into Velour, and I'm gonna put Velour in the outer part of the crease, and I'm also gonna put Moss in the inner part of the crease. So it's gonna be green crease, blue crease, but I'm still gonna blend it into the purple to not make it look too harsh. I'm actually gonna start out with the green one, and I'm just gonna put that here. Now I'm taking the blue and I'm doing the same thing, but in the outer part. Now I'm taking a bit more of that light purple on the same brush, and I'm just blending that into the edge to make it look a bit more seamless. But I don't want to blend it too much either, because that is how you make the look muddy. Wow, language problems. So that is what it's looking like right now. I'm gonna do the same thing on the other eye. Now that we're having a look like this, I'm gonna use Nebula, Watt and Ignite on my lid and in my inner corners. So I'm gonna use Nebula on the outer half of my lid, Watt on the inner half of my lid, and then Ignite in my inner corners. But I think I'm gonna save Ignite and also use a bit of Ribbon and Silk, Velour and Moss under my eyes to mimic the exact thing that I have over my eyes. So I'm gonna ground with these two and then put this on the inner part under my eyes and Velour on the outer part under my eyes. So I'm gonna do like the same thing I have under as well, and then I'm gonna go in with the shimmers. Yeah, I'll do like that, so you can see what I do. I'm just explaining. So I'm starting out with the purples, just to have like the foundation to get the other colors on, just like I did on top. I'm just gonna use a little bit of the darker purple as well, but then I'm gonna use the green and the blue. So now with a flat definer brush, I'm starting up with the green and just lining under my eyes where the green is on top. And then doing the same with the blue. I have a blue pen here as well, so I'm gonna use that in my waterline. If I was extra spacey, I could do half blue, half green, but I don't have a green one here, so we're gonna do blue. So now I'm gonna do what I said before I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take Nebula, Watt and Ignite and put that on the upper, well, my lid and then in my inner corners, and hopefully end up with something that looks nice. Hopefully. Little bit of fallout. I'm just gonna brush that away, and then I'm gonna take this little brush before I do my inner corners and I'm just gonna blend this together just a bit before fixing the last part. So then we're taking Ignite, which is that last light teal. I'm just putting that in my inner corners and also dragging that just a bit under my eyes, like just here. So right now, this is what we have, and I think it's kind of fun. I am gonna do some liner and some lashes, and I'll be back to show you the finished look, because I think I'm done. I'll be right back. So that's it. That's what it looks like when I got my lashes on and everything, and the look is complete. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed this little throwback with this palette. I don't play enough with this palette, which is a shame because the foiled ones from Kat Von D, they're like one of the best formulas on the market. This is a really nice palette, and especially these two blue ones are actually very unique, very bright and very good. So yeah, that's the look I did with this palette, and don't forget to take the poll up here to decide. You get to decide which palette I'm doing next time. Don't forget to look in the description box for all the details, of course. I do try and answer all my comments, but lately it's been a lot of comments, so I'm trying to answer as many as I can. But I'd love to have you on my channel. You can subscribe by pressing the button down in the corner. I do upload new videos every week and I'd love to have you. And I will see you in my next video, which will be very soon. Bye!